prophet Zechariah. In chapter 9, the Lord declares judgment on the nations surrounding Israel, but promises the arrival of a humble, victorious king riding on a donkey. This is no coincidence. Centuries later, Jesus would fulfill this prophecy, entering Jerusalem not on a war horse, but on a donkey, proclaiming peace. He would speak peace to the nations, and his rule would extend from sea to sea. In chapter 10, God promises to restore and strengthen his people. Though they had been scattered, he will whistle for them, gather them, and redeem them. They will walk in his name, mighty and full of joy. He will break the pride of nations like Assyria and Egypt, and strengthen his people in the Lord. But chapter 11 turns sorrowful, depicting Israel's rejection of the true shepherd. Zechariah acts out this rejection, breaking two staffs named Favor and Union, symbolizing the breaking of God's covenant and the division of his people. He is paid 30 pieces of silver, the price of betrayal, foreshadowing Judas's betrayal of Christ. The people choose false shepherds who exploit and devour them. Yet even this is part of God's unfolding plan to redeem. In chapter 12, the tone rises again as God promises to defend Jerusalem. Though the nations gather against her, the Lord himself will fight. He will make Jerusalem a heavy stone that crushes those who try to move it. The clans of Judah will be strong, the people will be secure, and the Lord will pour out a spirit of grace and supplication. They will look on the one they have pierced and mourned with deep, genuine repentance. This moment is one of the clearest prophecies of the crucified Messiah and Israel's future national turning to Christ. Then, in chapter 13, a fountain is opened, a stream of cleansing that flows for sin and impurity. Idolatry and false prophecy are eradicated. Even family loyalty cannot override zeal for the truth. The people are refined in the fire. 2/3 perish, but 1/3 is brought through, purified like silver. They will call on God's name, and he will answer, "They are my people." And they will say, "The Lord is my God." Finally, chapter 14 paints a breathtaking portrait of the day of the Lord. Jerusalem will once again face attack, but God will intervene dramatically. The Mount of Olives will split, creating a valley of escape. The Lord will come with his holy ones. Living waters will flow from Jerusalem. The light will never fade. The Lord will be king over all the earth. Holiness will saturate everything, even the bells on horses and the cooking pots in homes. The distinction between sacred and secular will vanish as God's glory fills every space. The nations that survive will come year after year to worship the King. There will be no more merchants in the house of the Lord, no more exploitation, no more corruption, only pure worship and eternal peace. Zechariah ends not with despair, but with destiny. The book begins with a call to return and ends with a vision of a redeemed, radiant world under the rule of the Messiah. It spans the pain of the past, the promise of the present, and the glory of the future. It weaves together repentance, restoration, judgment, and triumph themes with prophetic artistry and theological depth. For believers today, Zechariah is a living testimony that God's purposes are never defeated. He rebuilds what was broken. He purifies what was defiled. He restores what was lost. And he does it all with power, mercy, and unstoppable love. The King is coming. The shepherd has been struck, but the fountain is open. The city will be shaken, but it will be secure. The nations will rage, but they will bow. And the Lord our God will reign forever and ever.